It has been officially confirmed and announced. We have our Alfred for the upcoming Man of Steel 2, and we have our Lex Luthor. Alfred is going to be played by Jeremy Irons. Lex Luthor is going to be played by Jesse Eisenberg. And maybe we got the graphics in there for that we can bring up. So it's Jeremy Irons as Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg as... No, Jeremy Irons is Alfred, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Okay, so apparently we don't have the graphics, so that's all right. Dennis, let's start with you. Your first reactions when you hear this.
I thought it was something that was made up. It came totally out of left field for me. I mean, Jeremy Irons, I had heard some kind of rumors about him being Alfred, and so that's not quite totally unexpected, though I always think of Scar when I hear his voice, so it's gonna be weird having him as Alfred. But Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, that totally, he's much younger than I was expecting, and just a different vibe, because Zack Snyder was talking about a Richard Branson type.
Yeah,
Lex
he
Luthor.
wasn't he? Yeah.
So that's why I thought, okay, maybe Bradley Cooper can fit in there. I mean, I personally wanted Bryan Cranston or a Mark Strong or something like that, but Bradley Cooper could work with that Richard Branson type of billionaire.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg, even though he's played a billionaire before, in
a very different kind of billionaire,
in a Social Network, yeah, it's a totally different vibe. So, yeah, I'm very curious of why they went that route.
Steve,
I want to first say that I give mad props to Warner Brothers for managing to keep Jesse Eisenberg's name completely out of the limelight.
Oh, yeah.
Not one person had ever said online or anywhere that he could be Lex Luthor. I think Jesse is an amazing actor. I think he's one of the most talented young actors out there, and I am over the moon about this casting. I did not want a Mark Strong. I did not want a Bryan Cranston. I wanted someone who was completely unexpected, someone who is not what we're expecting, and I don't want him to shave his head. I want him to have his hair. I want them to break the mold of Lex Luthor. It doesn't have to follow the comics, which some people are going to probably want to, kill me for saying, but I think that we're not going to see Superman fight Lex Luthor in the movie.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's never going to happen, so why have an imposing guy there? Have someone who's young, have someone who's really smart, have, the son of industry, whatever, and I really think that he is going to be amazing. I really think he's perfect casting.
First of all, let's talk about the Alfred thing. I love Jeremy Irons as Alfred. Now, I was advocating Timothy Dalton for Alfred. I thought that would have worked, but honestly, Jeremy Irons as Alfred, dude, if you want to talk about recruiting talent, Jeremy Irons is awesome. It is going to be kind of weird seeing, Pope Borgia, serving tea to Bruce Wayne. That's going to be a little bit weird. And I will always just see Scar in my face whenever he talks. But that's a compliment. That's a good thing. So I'm actually very happy about this cast. I didn't see the Jeremy Irons thing coming, but I'm very, very happy with it. With Jesse Eisenberg, I'm with you. I want Lex Luthor to have his hair in this movie. I really do. I think Jesse Eisenberg is a really overrated actor.
That is crazy.
I think he's an overrated. He is basically a slightly better version of Michael Cera. I thought he was really overrated in The Social Network, but as Chrisley and I were talking about, I don't blame him for that. I thought the character was written as a very one-note character, and I don't know that it could have been played much better by anybody else either. So I don't blame him for that. But basically, he's always just this. This is Jesse Eisenberg. This is how he talks. This is how every one of his characters will always talk from now until the end of time. That's it. That's what he is. However, having said that, I don't think we've seen him in enough films to really know how good he can be. So while I'm thinking he's a little overrated, I'm not one of these guys who thinks, I don't think Jesse Eisenberg can act, because I do. I just want to see a little bit more from him, and maybe this will give us a chance to do that.
I have to say, there's a movie coming out soon. I saw it at Toronto called The Double, and Jesse Eisenberg plays basically two people in the movie. And I don't want to say too much about it. You could probably watch a trailer online.
Right.
But his performance in that might change your opinion about the way, because it's not just one note. He's playing two sides of a coin. And
see, I'm waiting to see him in a role like I'd really like to see something like that.
I think after you see the movie, you might have a different opinion.
Yeah, but I will say this: despite me saying I think he's a little overrated, blah blah blah, but I'll say this: at least he's a real actor. At least Jesse Eisenberg is a real, legit actor, unlike, I don't know, somebody they might cast as Wonder Woman. So I am happy about that. So while I'm not jumping up and down about the Jesse Eisenberg thing. I will say this: it's bold. It's a bold casting decision. We've said none of us saw this coming. It is very bold. Warner Brothers did a great job of keeping Ben Affleck under wraps. They did a great job keeping this under wraps. He was never one of the guys even mentioned or rumored. So overall, I'm going to say I am cautiously happy about the news of Irons and Eisenberg. More happy about Irons and Eisenberg, but at least Eisenberg's a real actor, and I think he has more to show us than he's been given the opportunity to show us so far. So he would have been. I liked Michael C. Hall for it. If you're going to go a little bit younger, whatever, I did like Dexter to play that, but I wasn't married to the idea. So it's bold, it's interesting. They're both real, legitimate actors, which is a good step forward. So.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
I don't remember what you guys thought of Man of Steel, and I don't know what you thought of Man of Steel either.
For going into the end of October, it was still my favorite film of 2013. Going into October. Now, it dropped down a number of spots for me once I saw a few more films at the end there, but I loved it. I thought it was a great restart for the DC universe.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. So.
And?
She didn't love it.
Not my favorite movie ever. I don't even think it made it on my top 10. I was so disappointed.
I'm going to be like you, and it is absolutely one of my favorite films of 2013. I loved everything about that movie. The first 45 minutes is literally frame perfect. The stuff on Krypton is jaw-dropping. It's everything Green Lantern wanted to be. That's the reason why I'm so optimistic about the sequel, and why, you know.
And there are reasons to be optimistic. I think there are reasons. There are some things we're rolling our eyes at a bit, but I think there's enough reasons there to still be optimistic.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.